Hello, welcome to Turner Truck and Tractor. If you hadn't already clicked off to the next video, my name is Les, and today we are going to install wheel spacers on the John Deere 2025R. And when I say today, I sort of laugh at that because this has been a long video in the making. So for us to get started, I'm going to have to take you into the past. So come along and thank you for watching. Appreciate your time.
All right, we like shiny parts. Pamela Anderson, I'll call you back. All right, this is wheel spacers, 1.5 inch from Motorsport Tech. And I think they also go by the name of Borla wheel spacers. These are the steel ones. I got that instead of aluminum for the tractor because I actually wanted additional weight, and I think they'll be a little bit more durable. And so what I plan on doing is cleaning them up, put a little coat of black paint on it, and we'll get it installed on the John Deere 2025R. Okay, I've got to go. I'm making a video. No, not that kind of video. All right, well, I'll call you back. Later, bye, Pam. All right, let you take a look. This bolts to the tractor, and then the tractor ram bolts to this, and it rides on this ledge. And that's what I look for in a wheel spacer, because this is what carries the load, is right here instead of the bolts themselves. The bolts just hold the wheel on. This takes the impact and the shock load. So I feel that's an important feature to have on any spacer, including your car. Since they're metal and steel, I just wanted to put a light coat of paint on it. And, a lot of people say, you could just put them on. It's just a tractor, but at Turner Truck and Tractor, there is no such thing as just a tractor. So I think that's going to do. We're going to see what little this paint will cover, and we'll go from there. So let's watch paint dry.
All right, now that you're caught up, I appreciate you hanging along. And here's the wheel spacer all painted now. And it's the 1.5 inch version, because one of the concerns on this right-hand side with the mid-mount mower is that with the wheels spaced out, it could hit this guide wheel for the mower deck. So if you don't have a mid-mount mower, most people don't, that, I would probably go with the 2 inch. I think that'd be a really good place to be on that and get the benefits without getting so wide it gets ridiculous where you can't get through gates, or you put additional strain on the axle. So let's go ahead and loosen up these bolts, and then I'll jack it up and we'll test how it fits. That should work. Go ahead and take this wheel tire off. All right, we'll clean up this face and get it prepped up for the next step. All right, I'm going to take some brake part cleaner and go ahead and clean up this flange for the spacer to fit on. Don't get that on you or breathe it. It's not the best stuff for you. it's clean. Make sure there's no grit or anything else in there that will interfere with the fit. All right, now what I think I'm going to do is I don't want this thing to rust well onto this flange right here, and I don't know if it's made out of the same metal or not. So I'm going to take some of this anti-seize lubricant and put on this so that way they don't become one over time. And at the end of the day, I'll probably look like a Tin Man. That'll work for now. Let's see how this fits up. And I like this setup because that little lip right there on the flange fits right inside here, and then it's recreated on the spacer right here. And this actually, like I said earlier, it takes the shock load and really not the bolts that hold it on. So far that looks good. All right, speaking of bolts, where are they? Let's go get them. Because as you can tell, it didn't stay stuck on there. All right. Get that started for just one moment. And then on these, I do want them to stay. I don't want it to work out, so I've got some thread locker. Make sure it's seated. Now, to make sure we got that good, I'll go ahead and get the torque wrench on. All right, that's the main thing right there. Make sure you get these started before you put an impact on them, because everything should be threaded pretty easy. If you got to force something, look at it again. Take your time, be patient with it, and it'll talk to you and let you know how it needs to go together. Helps if you get the right one. Every time. make sure everything's fitting up good on that flange. All right. Now we'll take this to the same. And we'll do this in 2 lifts as well. So let's back her down to about 60% of what you want to take it to. Let me get another extension on that. Give us some knuckle room. All right. Let's see here. Let's hit this one more time here. Here we go. No, I like that. All right, that was about 50 pounds. Let's take it on up. All right, here we go. All right, so far so good. All right, well, we'll set it on the ground and see how we do in comparison to that guide wheel for the mid-mount mower. All right, I'll see if I can get the view down in there. And looks like we've got good clearance. That mower is in the highest raised position, and we've got clearance. Not a whole lot, about a finger width and a half, if you can see there. But as that mower deck is lowered, then that's only going to increase the distance in between that guide wheel and the rear tire. So I think we're in good shape. That was my only concern. And on the other side, we've even got more clearance than this because the mower deck is actually offset a little bit. So good deal. All right. And now that we have this done, then you could even take a permanent marker and index those and the line that's already on it, draw a dot to it, so that way you can visually monitor that nothing's moved. And I would recommend after a couple of hours or even 1 hour of running around, retorque these lug nuts and just observe, make sure everything is seated in and wearing like expected. So we're almost done. Let's take a look. And as you can see here, there's no clearance problems at all. And let's get this jack out of the way. And while you're looking at that 3-point hitch, that's just a Speedco economy model 3-point hitch, quick hitch, that I painted a satin black so that way it matches a little bit better with the tractor. And then on these pins, they're just 1/2-inch pins off the small receiver hitch. So that way, if needed, you can adjust it without any tools. All right, here's what it looks like from the backside. And you can see that they're spaced out a little bit more with the hopes of giving a little bit additional safety and stability on uneven terrain when you're on slopes, going parallel with it instead of straight up and down, because it gives you a little bit wider base, and you've got, which acts like outrigger, and then you've got a little bit more weight on the opposing side. So I will say job completed, and we'll give it a test run. But thank you for watching today. I appreciate your time. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for hanging in there. I know it's been a drawn out video, so I appreciate you and have a great day.